advantage. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA. Welcome, everyone. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And this is a one-and-done trip for Los Angeles before getting back to their Clipper fans. With most of their upcoming games taking place at home, they have a chance here to make a nice little push.
They're probably feeling like there's a little extra riding on this game, too. Because so far this season, guys, they've had no success in this season series.
You know, they can't get locked into thinking too much about that. You can't be trapped by what's gone on in the past. I mean, it doesn't change what you have to take care of right now today if you want to change the result.
State Farm brings you tonight's starting players. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Griffin at the 4 and Jordan at the 5. It's Chris Paul and Chauncey Billups at the 1 and the 2. And it's Barnes at the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Mike Conley and Tony Allen in the backcourt. Randolph and Gasol are down low. And it's Prince in at the 3.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Well, you think about what Chris Paul meant to the Clippers, guys, not just on the floor, and that's pretty obvious. He's one of the best point guards in the league, if not the best. But it had more to do with the identity of the team. I think people took them seriously after that deal. And in fact, in L.A., there was a budding rivalry between the Clippers and the Lakers for, who was the city's best team. And that had never been a question before.
Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Gasol's checked in.
Watch out below. Get out of his way now.
No way that he was going to slow him down.
Not that time. They weren't about to take those points away from him.
And there's the call by the official. He'll pop the basket here following the goaltending call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And now to Doris, who spoke with Vinny Delmay. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, and he didn't outright say that he didn't worry about defense here, but it was all about offense for them this game. He said numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good looks, good movement, and hitting shots. That's all there is to it. Let's see if their approach works.
Thanks for filling us in, Doris, and not too surprising that their offensive approach will be a major focus.
Yeah, that's what I would expect, Kevin. I mean, this is a team that really hangs its hat on its offensive execution.
But, guys, that can't be the sole focus. They can't forget to defend.
For so long, Steve, it seemed that the Clippers were always the second fiddle, but with Chris Paul ending up there and not in a Laker uniform, it just changed the whole mindset, Clark, it seems, of the franchise.
And if you've had the tough breaks that the Clippers have had over the years, one big moment of a big player acquisition like a Chris Paul can really move your franchise in a totally different direction.
Jared Bayless is checked in for the Grizzlies. Leads him in there. Randolph. And the basket good. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Paul with the ball. Conley picks him up. There's Paul. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
And for Grizzlies coach Lionel Hollins, a wealth of NBA coaching experience. 10 years as a player, over 2 decades in coaching. And all of his head coaching experience has come with the Grizzlies.
That's good. 6 points for Zach Randolph. Clippers leading by 5. Now Griffin inside. Griffin draws the double. Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by Randolph.
It's far too tentative in the paint. Even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Now Griffin inside. And stolen by Prince. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And taken away by Paul to the paint. Barnes goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Pretty significant laps there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones you just can't allow them.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups defensively, you're in huge trouble.
Conley defended by Griffin. Right side Gasol to the middle. Here's Prince. How's that for an answer? With the dunk.
That was a hole punch jam there, Kevin.
Nice finish.
Yeah, you got to love the way he just capped off that strong move.
And for Lionel Hollins, this is his 4th full season as a head coach.
Yeah, he stepped in on an interim basis in 3 separate seasons with the Grizzlies. That's really remarkable, even going way back to their days in Vancouver. So, you know, Hollins has built up a lot of equity with his organization. He's impressed them with his stability and his focus and just how measured he is and his approach as a coach. I think one of the underrated coaches in this league.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Austin Day, who's checked in for Prince. And Roten subbed in for Mike Conley. And then for the Clippers, Turioff comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Odom in for Blake Griffin.
You know, it's been interesting to see how Chauncey Billups' career has changed as he's grown. Early on, he was known more as an offensive point guard, and then he became a playmaker for the Pistons during that championship season in that era. And now he's really become a spot-up shooter and a dead-eye marksman for his club.
And that's not to say that he can't do anything else, but he has really stepped up his shooting from deep. Not a lot of guards can go from carrying the ball handling duty to being a catch-and-shoot guy, but Chauncey has made the transition quite smoothly.
The Clippers have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far.
This season has not been kind to them at the free throw line, guys. They're only making about 71%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Chauncey Billups. Gasol kicks to Davis. Such a wide open look. Davis has got his first points of the night. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to New Orleans. Paul with the ball, and Roten picks him up defensively. They grab their own miss, and Tony Roten gets the whistle there. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Terrell Arthur, who's checked in for Memphis. Roten dishes to Day. He kicks to Arthur. Davis, the pass to Roten. Bayless over Crawford. And the Grizzlies check on 2 more. Clippers leading by 4. Paul kicks to Hill. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Here's Bayless. And the dunk by Arthur.
Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
There's a good screen. Here's Paul. Offline from the high post. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Now, the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done 2 things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, on the floor for Memphis, Tony Roten out there with Jared Bayless. Then there's Davis. Then there's Austin Day. And it's Arthur in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Roten kicks to Day. Chance there to take the lead, missing. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
Jamal Crawford is a smooth scoring combo guard. Great ball handling ability. That quick release on his jump shot. He can really get that shot off just about any time he wants.
Some changes for Memphis. Zach Randolph's checked in for Davis. Prince comes in for Austin Day. And it's Conley in for Roten. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Eric Bledsoe is checked in for Chris Paul. Here's Randolph. Softly puts in the floater. Randolph's got 8.
And Steve, you said it. I mean, for Jamal Crawford, he is an expert shot creator. He's quick, keeps the ball on the string. His handle is really tight. He's got a quick release and makes tough shots against good defenses. All of that makes him really difficult to defend.
That's his second personal. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That'll be his second foul of the game. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Hill with it. Guarded now by Tayshaun Prince. Hill, a screen on Raymond. Here's Odom. Again, the miss by Odom. Here's Turioff.
He spoke loud on making the statement that play.
But that was brute force, battling for the offensive board, then taking it right back up there.
That's just all about strength and energy, guys.
Here's Bayless. No good.
Vinny Del Negro now in his 5th season as an NBA coach. He spent 2 years coaching in Chicago, now in his 3rd year with the LA Clippers.
Outside Conley. Gives him the lead pass. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Zach Raymond. Well, and going back to Coach Vinny Del Negro, 14-year playing career, 12 in the NBA, played a couple years in Italy. His best NBA year, Steve, with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, Vinny was an excellent shooter, particularly in the mid-range. Loved to come off low screens along the baseline, curl into the lane. He'd shoot over the top of the defense. Had a good feel for the game, could run the floor a little bit. So a nice, solid player in the NBA, and has turned into a good coach as well.
That's his second personal.
And now we get a chance to see how the Grizzlies are doing in the NBA rankings right now. 4th in steals, 8th in free throw percentage. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
The key really to me out of all those numbers, Clark, is the steals, because that's become their identity defensively. They're a real ball-hawking team. They like to get out and put pressure on the offense, force mistakes, and when they do that, they're tough to stop in transition.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, pretty good numbers this season at the line for this club, right around 78% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Clippers. Bledsoe with it. Over by Conley. Here's Crawford. Goes back up. Goes up again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Well, when you look at DeAndre Jordan, just a tremendous physical talent. Great athleticism, can run, can jump. He's already good, but I think as his skills develop, I mean, he's got the potential to be a great center.
Clippers leading by 6. Crawford. Second shot opportunity. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And for DeAndre Jordan, you mentioned his upside. Right now, almost all his points, Clark, come across the lane, right around the rim, close in.
Yeah, you'll rarely see him shoot from outside of the restricted arc area, really. I mean, his free throw stroke shows you why. He's got work to do there. If he can develop something offensively, a jump hook and a mid-range jump shot, watch out.
Day kicks to Davis. Kicks it to Bayless. For 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Odom's got 6 rebounds now in the game. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was played in Memphis. A different look for the Clippers. Griffin comes in for Lamar Odom. And it's Paul in for Eric Bledsoe. Conley with the screen on Crawford. And Davis can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 8. Paul right side. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
You look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but you got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots.
Now, here's Green after the Marcus Holmes. Open shot. Crawford gets it to go from 18 feet away. It's a 12-point Clipper lead. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Andre Jordan is second.
You know, it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yeah, every sentence needs a period. It's one thing to get the shot off, but you need to finish. You need to take care of business in there. Most of their chances are easy ones.
Jack Randolph is checked in for Memphis. Roten comes in for Michael Conley. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, a pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
Griffin can't get it to go in.
Wow, that's an easy shot there. It's a shot that he should make more often than not.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Now, some nice work in this quarter, finally being aggressive and getting to the free throw line.
And trying to battle back, that's the way to go. I mean, you take your opponent out of their rhythm, and then you extend the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Ed Davis is checked in for Gasol. And Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Day. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game. Roten kicks to Allen. Allen off a pick from Randolph. And again, Memphis no good.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Griffin's shot is good.
That's right where they wanted to go with the ball on that possession.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
The drive by Paul. He feeds it to Green. Drills the leaner. And the Clippers lead by 15. That will count, and it's in.
That builds a little momentum going into the next quarter.
And so that's the end of the first half.
The
Clippers ahead. They lead by 13. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. It's been quite a game so far for DeAndre Jordan.
It's like he's trying to break the rim in half. He is just dominating the paint.
He might just do that if they can't keep him from getting the ball that deep. I mean, they haven't had an answer so far, Steve.
So with Billups on the bench, here's who's on the floor now for Vinny Del Negro. The dunk factory of Griffin and Jordan are in the middle. Chris Paul is out there with Crawford, and it's Green in at the three-slot. Jared Bayless is checked in for Memphis. Conley now comes in for Roten. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
Conley dishes to Randolph. Back to Conley. Memphis moving that ball around. And Davis can't get it to go.
Well, they say control the glass, control the game. They're definitely controlling the glass.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's been the case here tonight. Big lead they're enjoying on the glass.
Clippers leading by 11.
Well, you can't even imagine some of the dunks that Blake Griffin has put on the highlight reel the last couple of years. Just an amazing player to watch. Incredible leaping ability to go with his size and strength.
And we talk about Griffin as a finisher. The highlights are nice, but what really pays off for the Clippers is when Clark, he gets the ball near the rim, it's almost an automatic bucket.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You're all over. He's right at the top of the league as far as scoring at the rim goes, and he finishes at a high rate.
Clippers organization owes everything to Blake Griffin because obviously they were fortunate to win the lottery and pick him, but because of Griffin, Clippers were able to get Chris Paul. And now all of a sudden you're talking about a twosome that can attract other great players. It seems to me the Clippers have a great future, mainly because of their fortune in ending up with Griffin.
Here's Bayless. Second chance effort. Indeed, Prince drops it in. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Another good offensive possession for him. He's trying to shoulder the load here for his team.
He dishes it to Griffin. Reverses. Jams it with authority.
A little added hang time right there.
Yeah, letting himself down easy, it looks like.
Soft landing.
Yeah, a little better for the knees, so I don't blame him.
And when you look at the Clippers team with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, certainly the best tandem in Clippers history.
I think it is, Kevin. This is the best team in Clippers franchise history when you consider the win percentage. So I think high times for the team and their fans will continue with that duo in charge.
Here is Bayless. He's got 6. Prince, the pass to Conley. Prince setting a pick for Conley. Randolph. He flies to the bucket and lays it in. Randolph's got 13 points.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, the defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Feeds it to Bayless. To the inside. And strong with the one-handed jam.
You knew the run would come. And here it is. They're playing well now, trying to get back in this thing.
Yeah, pretty good comeback effort here. Rolling along nicely, and they've gotten themselves within striking distance now.
Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game. Jordan with the screen on Conley. Paul. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely, I think he should have converted that.
After trailing for so long, they are knocking on the door here.
Well, with this great stretch, Steve, it just seems to be a matter of time before they actually take the lead.
Crawford gets a screen from Paul. Paul with the screen for Crawford. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, good timeouts, guys, because, this has been a bad run for them. He's got to get his team back on the same page and executing well together.
Sometimes just getting to stop in the action can be enough to get a team back on track. There's something about that little pause in the intensity of the game that lets you refocus.
Gasol is checked in for Davis. Arthur comes in for Zach Randolph. Austin Day, he's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. And Roten subbed in for Jared Bayless. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Tony Turioff, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Odom comes in for Blake Griffin. Matt Barnes is checked in for Willie Green. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for Chris Paul.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
Well, you love Lamar Odom as a combo forward. He can play either the 3 or the 4 spot. He really can be your point guard if you want him to. Handles the ball beautifully and a terrific passer. And so when you talk about his value, that's where it starts, the versatility.
John Moore, he's checked in for Zarella.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
The
shot by Odom, no good. We talk about Odom's versatility. He can defend multiple positions, and he's able to do so many different things on the floor.
He's always been one of my favorite players. I've loved watching him since his days in college at Rhode Island. I only spent a year there, but he's a guy who can do a little bit of everything, and when he's locked in and focused, he's extremely valuable because of his size and versatility and understanding of the game.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Conley kicks to Luke. Straight up. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And let's take a quick look at the point guards this year, racking up the most steals per game. Number 1, Chris Paul. Michael Conley is second.
2 shots.
The Grizzlies have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Jared Bayless is checked in for Mike Conley. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Eric Bledsoe is checked in for Jamal Crawford.
Always someone you love having at the line.
Bledsoe kicks to Billups. There's the pass to Barnes. Billups off the pick from Barnes. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
The kick out to Billups. Clock is at 3. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. Here is Bayless. 6 points for him. Roten, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. The defense stood tall there.
Down low. Right up. Odom grabs the board. Odom's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that's it for the third quarter. Clippers with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. John Lewis out there with Austin Day. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, down low. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Here's Bayless. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Barnes. That's blocked. Here's Turioff. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Now Bayless. Gasol dishes to Roten. The feed to Bayless. The dish to Roten. Passes it to Luke. All alone. Gets it to go.
And the shootout continues.
Trading buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
Here's Bledsoe. The rebound by Roten. Roten's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Bayless the pass to Gasol. Lure. Here's Day. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Well, he can shoot the 3. We know that. But I'm not sure the D does. I mean, they weren't anywhere near him on that possession.
Clippers leading by 3. And an intentional foul right there.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Prince comes in for Austin Day, and it's Conley in for Jared Bayless. Gasol kicks to Prince. Dishes to Lure. The rejection by Paul. And the shot is good. 14 points for Prince. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Paul dishes to Barnes. Knocked loose. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's Roten.
Shooting for Memphis. Tony Roten.
That free throw missing.
Jump shots haven't been falling, and the free throw attempts have dried up as well.
Yeah, that's something that gave them a boost early, Steve, but now everything's coming from outside.
Ed Davis is checked in for Memphis. Randolph comes in for John Lewis. Blake Griffin is checked in for the Clippers. Crawford comes in for Chauncey Billups.
Some instant offense coming for them after that steal.
Yeah, that's terrific, beautiful transition basketball. No chance at all for the defense to get back and set up.
Good. And it's 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Oh, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Well, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. And he may change up some things here as well.
It looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan, and I think now is the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
To make you levitate, I'm only 19, but my mind is older. When things get for real, my warm water turns cold. Another story is told, it ain't nothing really. Hey, yo, so I can get my mind on these. While they still alive, I don't know, go figure. Meanwhile, back in Queens, the realness, the foundation. If I die, I couldn't choose a better location, getting closer to in a tight situation now. Take these words home and think it through. Or the next rhyme I write might be about you, son.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Arthur comes in for Ed Davis. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Roten. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Hill's checked in. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to the ball, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
You know, despite the lead, you can't be content with jump shots. You got to continue to pound the ball inside in the second half.
And I like what I've seen in their free throw attempt, because that points out just what you said, Steve. Fewer outside shots and more attacks at the rim.
They get it back. Tries again. Randolph can't hit.
They definitely had the advantage inside. Another big grab a moment ago.
And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jordan with the screen on Conley. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's number 4 on him, and he's got to start being aware of how close he is to 6. I mean, he's got one more foul before being DQ'd, that is. He came off the screen and did what I call a right now move, right to the rim. The defense had no time to recover.
As you said, that inside game is so strong for them.
Well, that's right, and they need to keep the pressure on. I mean, that puts tremendous pressure on the defense when you're pounding them inside. A close game like this can be won or lost on the board.
Good. And that's 15 points for Zach Randolph.
Now, they may have to climb on his back to get back into this game.
Paul with the ball. Conley picks him up. Here's Hill. Jordan, the pass to Griffin. And he finishes nicely on the way. Griffin's got 8 here in the quarter.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Dave's checked in. Ball goes in. It's Crawford on the wing. Ball against Conley. Paul kicks to Hill. Second chance shot. And he hits the jump shot. And the Clippers lead by 7. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Conley's shot is off.
So they've been outstanding on the boards, and it's a big reason why they've got a lead. Doing the dirty work down low.
Yeah, and Clark, you know, rebounding's a team effort. Everybody's boxing out. Everyone is accountable for doing a nice job collectively.
At his size, he can really finish at the rim.
Yeah, not just layups, as you just saw, folks. Wow.
Unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, able to throw it down with ease.
side. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Arkansas checked in for Arthur. Davis comes in for Jack Randolph. And Tayshaun Prince sent in for Day. Crawford dishes to Griffin. Straight up. And an emphatic dunk.
It wasn't bad defense, but he got overpowered. Just not enough strength to stop him.
You know, sometimes you just try to avoid the foul, Clark, and not get in the way.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Exactly.
Yeah, no question. You guys are right. I mean, he seemed to think better of it and then backed off a little bit at the end. Well, unfortunately, he just has not been able to produce offensively to this point.
Hall with the bucket.
Well, they are not exactly taking their foot off the gas just yet.
No, they want to throw a little bit of whipped cream and some cherry on top of this one.
Here is Bayless. Kicks it out to Prince. Three-pointer. And that one's good.
Tayshaun. 3.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. And Griffin slams it in.
Looking to close this game out strong here.
Yeah, this one will be put away if they can get just a few more buckets and put it on ice.
Prince misses. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Prince. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Boy, they have just gone crazy from three-point range since coming out of the halftime break.
Well, it's been 1 3 after another, Steve. Absolute barrage.
What a great play. Sacrifice his body and take the hit.
I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
The offensive rebound. Here's Davis. Jordan with the block. Throws it from deep. Misses there. So the Clippers with the win. That was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was. And I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you